Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Icons of the Realms, Spell Effects, Arcane Fury, and Divine Might. This is one of the, obviously, not randomized D&D miniatures products. I've been collecting now for a bit, a bunch of them, building up that collection, and I skipped out on the spell effects, but they've recently decided to expand on the spell effects line, and if they're going to continue to support it, I'm like, that'd be something cool to add to the table, in addition to having the monsters and the figures, but having some spell effects. Now, of course, this set has some that are useful for actual spells, and some that are based on spells, but the spell doesn't actually sit on the field, so it's not really useful, but as a game master, even if that effect enchants the weapon they're already holding, it doesn't make a floating one that, you need to represent. I can still use a cool floating weapon, so, I figure I'll still find uses for them, but let's delve in here. Of course, you can see all of it's in there just from the front. We'll take a little closer detail, just whatever, a list of it. They're all listed there, but there's of course 2 layers here, front and a back, and start here. With Arcane Gate. Now, simple. Obviously a larger, I grabbed a medium figure just in case we need to compare size, but medium base, obviously a larger actual spell effect. Useful. However, my thought is I need 2 of these. But I guess the theory is the other one is off of the battlefield, so whatever. Next, we have the Phantom Steed. And I will say, be careful pulling these out. This was fighting me in coming out of there. Yeah, so very pretty sort of horse. Definitely has a magic feel to it. The mane and the hair and the hooves and all that. But your arcane horse. We get Big B's grasping hand, and another one I'll give sort of a size comparison to, because this is a very large hand. I'm almost thinking that can actually grasp at least this many. I'm sure there are a number that it can, but so. And then in addition to just the shape being different as we go through, there are also color different. So Big B's forceful or interposing hand is really the same, whether it's a push or just a stop, Same general idea there, and then Big B's clenched fist. It's going to be punching you. And they're all different colors. Big old hands. You got the Grasping Vine as one that does not have a clear base. This is the only one I think in the set that doesn't. But I just thought, moderately balanced. It's like, as this definitely goes off to the side and up, and we have the Clowder Daggers. Not the greatest spell, but, it's this functions to represent it. Tensor's floating disk. Which means basically, what do you need? You need a base that you can set something else on. Ta-da! Mage Hand. Definitely a useful one to be able to represent on the field. We have Dancing Lights, specifically when they all form sort of their humanoid shape. So that's, that's a good one to be able to put a marker for. Obviously, you also want them when they're separate from each other, but that's a completely different set that's available in. Unseen Servant, which obviously you can definitely see this servant, but cool to be able to have a representation of where it's at. We have the two spiritual weapons, the mace and the warhammer, which are, at least in a traditional sense, good choices for spiritual weapons. And yeah, not a bad thing to have. In fact, when it really comes down to it, our collection here of elemental weapons could also be used as that, because pretty sure that spell just enhances your weapon. But whatever. They did some cool things with them, and if I want to do like an arcane weapon or something as a dungeon master, I can still use these. Of course, to note, this is a small base, like, say, the hand, as opposed to the medium-sized base that the spiritual weapons use. So, there's that. You can always just also give them to the player as a reminder. But yeah, in addition to, so the axe here on the, elemental weapon, cold, looks frosted, but also the flight stand here for it looks like it has icicles. The elemental weapon lightning for the hammer has like a lightning bolt flight stand. The elemental weapon acid has like gloopy drops on the flight stand for it to show acid. And then with our elemental weapon of fire, it's a little twisted, but really the fire is on the blade. So, several of them have cool flight stands with it, though. But yeah, so that is our collection from the spell effects Arcane Fury and Divine Might. Like I said, they have expanded this set. In addition to the spell walls that came out with this one, they have now come out with further sets, a second line of them that has both templates that I'm not sure how useful it is, but also more that fit in this same realm of things to put on the field to represent the spells that the players are casting. And it's great fun. So I'm looking forward to adding some of these, both for my players that use spells, particularly if they have spells that they use regularly. That'll be fun. As well as just in general to represent spells if I choose to use them as a dungeon master. Still be fun for me, and almost to some extent encourage me to choose certain ones to get to throw them out on the field. But I'll link it down below where you can find this online. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Have a good day. Bye.